Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going to get into the fundamentals of software testing. Now, I know it's a term a lot of us have probably heard, but what does it actually mean? Well, let me tell you, it's a whole lot more than just finding bugs.
So just for a second, what pops into your head when you hear software testing? Like, what do you picture someone doing? What's their main job? Go ahead and lock that image in your mind. Is it something like this? Just some person clicking a bunch of buttons on a screen, kind of hoping something breaks? Yep, that's what most people think. And honestly, it could not be more wrong. Real testing is anything but random.
All right, so to really get what testing is, we've got to start by clearing up what it isn't. Let's go ahead and bust some of the biggest myths out there.
Okay, first things first, testing is not some kind of gotcha game you play against the developers. It's not about proving them wrong. It's actually a team sport. Everyone's working together to build something great. The goal isn't blame, it's quality.
And this is a big one. It is literally impossible to find every single bug in a complex piece of software. It just can't be done. So the goal isn't perfection. It's about getting a handle on the risk and deciding, together, when the software is good enough to go out into the world.
And yeah, finding bugs is of course a big part of the job, but it is not the only part of the job. If finding bugs is the only thing we're focused on, we're missing the entire point and the massive value that real testing brings.
So, if it's not just about hunting for bugs, then what are we actually trying to do here? Let's dig into the real goals, because this is where you start to see the bigger picture.
Okay, these goals are everything. First up, find defects early. A problem you catch in the design phase is way cheaper and easier to fix than one you find after the product is already launched. Next, reduce risk. This is all about figuring out what could go wrong before it actually goes wrong. And when you do that, you naturally increase confidence. The whole team, the stakeholders, everyone can feel good knowing the product is solid. And what's the point of all that? Well, it's about protecting people, protecting users from a bad experience, and protecting the business from the disaster of a failed launch.
And this right here is where the whole mindset shifts. See, it's not just about confirming things work when you follow the instructions. A tester's real job is to ask, but what if? What if someone types their name where their phone number is supposed to go? What if their Wi-Fi cuts out right in the middle of a purchase? It's all about exploring those messy, unexpected scenarios.
Which brings us to what is maybe the most important idea in this whole explainer, the huge difference between testing and checking. Now, they might sound the same, but trust me, they are worlds apart.
So let's start with checking. Think of checking as simple confirmation. You've got a script, you follow the steps, and you confirm that, yep, when I click this button, this thing happens just like we expected. It's predictable, it's necessary.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Look at the checking column. The goal is just to confirm things. The question is as simple, does this work? It's repetitive, it's a pass or a fail, and it's perfect for machines and automation. But now look at the testing column. The goal is to explore, and the question flips entirely to, how could this possibly fail? This is where people shine. It takes creativity, it takes analysis, it's about finding problems you didn't even know to look for.
This quote just nails it, right? If all you're doing is confirming that something works as expected, that's called validation. And it's important, but it's not testing. True testing is that deep investigation that goes way beyond a simple thumbs up. So why do we bother with all this exploring and investigating? What's the point? Well, at the end of the day, building software is really all about one thing: managing risk.
I love this idea. Testing doesn't eliminate risk. That's impossible. What it does is it illuminates it. It's like a flashlight in a dark room. It shows you where the dangers are so the team can make a smart, informed decision about whether this thing is really ready to go live.
And we're not talking about small stuff here. The risks are real. We're talking about things like a user's important files just vanishing, or their private data getting leaked, or a shopping cart overcharging them. These are the kinds of disasters that really good testing helps us avoid.
This analogy is probably the best way to think about it. Checking is like walking across a brand new bridge on a nice sunny day. Yep, seems to hold my weight. Cool. But testing? That's driving a fully loaded semi-truck across it. And stress testing? That's seeing if the bridge can survive a hurricane. You're actively trying to find its limits to make sure it's safe for absolutely everyone.
So, you see, it all comes down to a certain way of thinking. Testing isn't just a to-do list you follow. It's a mindset. It's about being curious, a little bit skeptical, and always ready to investigate. So many people who are new to this think, okay,
I've got to learn all these complicated automation tools to be a tester. But the truth is, the tools are just tools. The single most powerful tool a tester has is their own brain, their ability to ask really good questions and to imagine all the ways a system could fall apart.
And this is exactly why that thinking is so crucial. A computer does exactly what the code tells it to do, period. Even if that's not what the programmer meant for it to do. Testers are that critical link between what a human intended and what the code actually does.
So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. Next time you're using your favorite app, just for a minute, put on that tester's hat. Don't just do what you're supposed to do. Try to break it. Ask it weird questions. What happens if you do something totally unexpected? That curiosity, that is the heart of software testing.